as it is, I don't really respect the boundary of architecture anyway. You know, I came into architecture in an unconventional way, and I sort of resist the idea that it's a separate thing anyway. And I feel it's stitched in, and part of its problem has been this idea that it is something else. The idea that there's aeronautics and astronautics and biological engineering and data systems and society, that why shouldn't they all have the same kind of ambition that might be associated with the design of city and place and buildings, and why shouldn't they have the same sense of overarching vision? I mean, it's been interesting. I've been rereading some Le Corbusier recently, the famous Swiss-French master of modernism, but he is proudly using the word engineering, saying the architect is the engineer of this, and the engine and the machines are engineered. But then he equally, in another thing, says that would just be mere engineering, you know. And you kind of go, hang on, you've got to. Is engineering an incredible thing, or you've got your little pecking order and you're above the engineer, are you? And then you think back to like the British amazing creator Isambard Kingdom Brunel, who made beauty as well as pioneering new ways of making ships and trains and stations and structures and bridges, and you know, saw it as one interlinked area. And I think the decoupling of how you feel emotion has been a stupid one. And I think we'll look back at the idea that this was a separate thing when in decades or centuries, or I feel it now, is that was a wrong thinking. And so I suppose I see it all stitching together, and it's obviously easier and tidier to break things into departments and separate them. But I see it as one interlinked thing. So I'm envious of the big soup of MIT with all the lovely floating bobbles of ingredients that are there, that are part of the same soup.
We will take soup as a compliment.